if you want to move to Germany this year as a student, guys, I have one advice for you. Get the F up and work hard. Kim Kardashian's word. But what's up, guys? Welcome back again to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, I'm Eleanor Visas, and I am a student living in Germany, and I do videos about moving to Germany, life in Germany, travel vlogs and lifestyle, all of that good stuff. If this is your first time here, welcome. To all my returning subscribers, as usual, I love you. Thank you so much for always coming to check your girl out. So today, what are we talking about? It's application season, guys. It's application season for the winter semester in Germany, and this is the time, if you've not yet put together all your documents, if everything is not yet sitting right for you, like if you are planning to come to Germany this year, at least through a student visa, then you should be already applying. So I'm doing this video just to it's like a wake-up call, right? Just to give you guys or remind you guys of the documents you should already have ready, and maybe if there are other documents that extra documents that are needed. These are at least the essential documents that will always be asked for. So yeah, so this video is just like a checklist for all the documents that you need to apply to either a bachelor's or a master's program. So let's get right into the video. So yeah, if you are applying to a bachelor's program, it's actually quite easy, right? The most you would need is your university entrance qualification certificate. That can be an A-level certificate, high school diploma. It just depends on where you come from, but that's how it's called. You just need a university entrance certificate. So you should already have that ready. If it's not in German or English, most of the times they will ask you to translate it to German or to English before applying. So you should already check all of that. Sometimes they will ask you to certify this document. So if you need to certify that, you should already be checking that. So at this point, I don't have to be saying, oh, what programs are you applying for? Have you narrowed down your programs and blah, 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 blah. Because obviously at this point, you should have narrowed down the programs you want to apply for. You should already know these programs, you should know the requirements, and you should already have the documents. So the most you would need when you're applying for a bachelor's program is this university entrance qualification. Sometimes they can ask you for your transcript, and then you need a language certificate in most cases, like either the German language certificate, it could be ZDAF, it could be, what do you call the other one, TestDAF, or you need the TOEFL or the IELTS, like one of these English language certificates. So you should already have all of those ready, and you should be applying already. You should get the F up and apply already. So if that's the, like for bachelor's, that's how easy it is. Those are the documents, those are the main documents you will need. Sometimes they can ask for your CV and motivation letter, but that's in rare cases. So now let's move over to our graduate students. Like if you're applying for a master's program, the first thing you should be checking is if you have your undergraduate certificate ready. For those that just graduated recently, that might not be ready yet. You might still have just an attestation, or I don't know, some report or something. So if you don't have your certificate ready, yeah, you can apply for with your attestation in most cases, but the university, if they move forward with you with your application, they will require you to have this certificate ready at a certain point in time in the process, right? So just make sure you have you've already asked your school for your certificate, or you have your attestation at least. Accompanying this attestation, you should make sure you already have your transcript of records, right, for the 3 years or 4 years you spent doing your bachelor's program. Most programs ask for this, right? So make sure you have your transcript. And as I said earlier, the same thing, if your certificate or your attestation is not in English or German, they might ask you to translate this to English or German. If it's maybe in Spanish or French or some other foreign language, they might ask you to translate. So look out for that. Just look out for that on the, especially if you come from a French speaking country, look out for that on the university's webpage. Don't miss out an opportunity just because you did not provide official translated copies of your documents. So look out for that. The next thing you also have to be fixing and make sure it's on point is your CV, your curriculum vitae. That they always ask for the CV in master programs. In most master programs, you'll be asked for your CV. So make sure this is on point. Make sure you have updated it with all most recent experiences and all of that. So make sure your curriculum vitae is on point. Make sure it's an academic CV, because you're applying but for study programs, right? Make sure it's in line with how an academic CV has to be made. So I know in Germany, like it's easier to have the tabulated form of your CV. Like they always ask for the CV in a table form, so in most cases anyway. So make sure your CV is on point. The fourth thing is check if you need the language certificate as well. There are so many master programs that do not ask for the language certificate, especially if you are when I say the language certificate, I mean the English language certificate, TOEFL or IELTS, especially if you are a native English speaker and you can prove that maybe with an English proficiency from your university to show you've been studying for the past 3 or 4 years in English. So if you have that, then it's fine. If not, you might have to take the TOEFL or the IELTS. So you should be checking. Like, we don't have time, guys. Like, fast, you understand? If you have to come here by by September or October this year, you should fast, because then after you have the whole visa process at the embassy to deal with. Okay, so make sure you have your language certificate ready to start applying. If you need the German language, if you're applying to a German language or German thought program, then you should have already written the ZDAF by now. Like, we shouldn't even be having this discussion. You understand? So, and I've already spoke about, make sure to check that all these documents are translated if they're not in German or English, because they always ask you, if it's in French, in Spanish, they always ask you to translate the documents. So make sure to check that. Next thing is, certified copies of your documents. Even if they don't ask you for the certified copies now, they will ask you at a certain point of time or point in time in the process. So make sure to already prepare your mind that you have to certify your documents. Sometimes they want the certified copies only from the university you attended. So it's just look out. All these points is just to make sure that you know to read in between the lines, because the devil is in the details. You might miss out some of these things that are written on the program because they will mention it clearly. You might miss out some of these things that are written on the program page. So I'm just telling you that, like, check out to make sure that they are saying this, and you have understood this and that, and you understand. So yes, the last thing actually also is the motivational letter, which as I was saying, the motivation letter is optional. It's in some programs mandatory, but in some programs it's optional. So check if you'll be needing a motivation letter, and for that you should already be writing. There are so many platforms where you can get assistance to get tips on how to write an academic motivation letter, and I cannot think of one at the top of my mind, but there's so many programs, or so many. You can just make a Google search and you will see something. And make sure your motivation letter is in line with your CV. I mean, I should not be saying that, right? You should know that. So for graduates, I mean, if it's for PhD students, there might be many other things they'll ask for, like maybe your research proposal already, because obviously if you're going for a PhD, you already have a project, so you should already have the project proposal or a research proposal, or I don't know what to call it, thesis proposal, something of that sort. So yeah, I'm just here to give, like, I'm just like, you know, that wake up call that is like, wait, you're sitting on your ass, get up. Maybe you've been preparing, but prepare harder, right? If you want it this year to be the year like that you start studying in Germany and all of that, then you should get up, get your ass up. So yes guys, with that I think I've come to the end of the video. It was just a short video to give you the checklist or the essential documents that are always asked for when you're applying for a program here in Germany. So yeah, with that, please like, subscribe, comment as usual. Guys, if you have something you want a video on, just comment it down below and I will do a video on it. Please just comment it down below. And yes, with that we have come to the end of the video. See you guys in my next video. Love you. Bye.